Isaac and his mother.
Hey guys, June H here. You may know me from my Tumblr, I'm June Bitch. You may know me personally. Those are the only two groups of people who are probably watching this, which is fine. You're the only ones I want. You're my pookies, and I love you. Let's play this game. So I wanna prepare you. I'm not good at this game. I click the wrong buttons a lot. I'm gonna be really bad to start with. I have to warm up a little, but even then, I'm not gonna be very good then either. But that's okay. The good news about roguelikes is it's new. It's new every time. So most of this is just gonna be me like yapping as I play this about whatever comes to mind. So maybe we'll just yap about bugs a lot, since there's so many of them. Yeah, see, I'm not very good at this. Let's turn the music down. Yeah, so you can hear my beautiful voice better. I really like the music for this game. We're playing the Wrath of the Lamb version, because that's the one that's free online. And when I was younger, I used to play this all the time. Mel, if you're watching this, you might remember, well, I don't know, actually, I think it was mostly during COVID. I did have, like, unrestricted internet access as a kid, but I didn't have, like, unlimited internet access, if that makes sense. So I never got really big into playing games, because I only had, like, 2 hours on the computer a day, which is an okay way to do things, in my opinion. Because, like, it was unrestricted because my parents didn't know how to do that. So I found out about all the stuff that probably I didn't need to know about and all that, you know. It happens. But it's gonna happen anyway. It's just kind of part of the modern landscape, I think. Not a good part, but it's just part of it, you know. But anyway, the point is, when I was in middle school, obviously, COVID happened, and I ended up having a school computer, and I would play this game all the time during COVID because my computer was with me at home, and so I'd stay up late at night, and I'd play The Binding of Isaac. And I got really good at it, like genuinely very good at it, in a way I'd never been good at a game before, because I have bad motor skills. And every time I play this, I think that it's gonna happen again, and I'm gonna remember something, and suddenly become like really good at this game. And it never happens, because it doesn't really work like that. I just got used to it because of practice. Yeah, I've never beaten this boss before, ever. It's the only one I've never beaten. I think I beat the fake version of it that's like red and spawns flies instead, and is basically just the Duke of Flies but hopping around. But I've never beaten the actual one before. So, you know. What do I want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? How are you guys doing? Tell me how you're doing in the comments below. Are you guys okay? It's been... God, it feels like it's been a crazy week for just about everyone I know. Things seem to be sucking more than ever before, but it feels like that's always been the case for like a while now. And I really do hope things get better for everyone I know, and everyone I love, and everyone I know and everyone I hate. I don't like bad things happening to people. This is my woke take of the day. I think it's bad when bad stuff happens to people. Dark woke. Dark woke. care for other people. Dark woke. Do you guys remember when people were like saying they wanted to kill minorities that were just like not popular at that point and calling it dark woke? I very distinctly remember someone talking about like murdering non-binary people, like binary trans person talking about murdering non-binary people and saying that it was dark woke. I don't know what dark woke means, but if that's what that is, bestie, that's fascism. You've described fascism. I really like these guys. I feel bad for them. I wish I didn't have to hurt them. They seem nice. They don't try to hurt you. They run away from you. I'm gonna try to beat one boss for you guys today. That's my dream. And you can all go, whoa, June, you're so good at video games. I'll say, I know. I'm literally the best at everything I've ever done. Yeah, that sucked. I am the best there ever was. Why are there so many spiders? Give me flies. I didn't mean to press that. Oh my god. But yeah, it's like being a right-wing commentator and being a TERF and being a trans-radical feminist. Trans-radical feminist gotta be like the easiest jobs on the planet. All you have to do is take everything in like the most aggressive bad faith anyone's ever taken anything. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Here we go. Press the wrong button again. All you have to do is talk really fast, or if you're posting, just post. And you have a job, you have an income, you have all this stuff. There's the flies. I kind of like the flies, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's not a hard job to do. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. I'll try to stop clicking that. I tried to do this last week, and I feel like the discussion that I have this time is not going to feel as good as the one I had last week, just because I'm a perfectionist, and there's that awesome version of it that I had the mic off for the entire time, did not turn my mic on. Literally one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I'm just praying my mic is on right now. If not, I'm going to give up on doing this. We're never going to try doing this again. But if everything works, next week I'm going to be home alone a bunch. And I'm going to try to do some of this, try to do similar stuff. I'm gonna try to do some more videos like this. It's all part of my ongoing plan to grow the June Army. Did I ever tell you guys about June Army? Okay, so my plan with June Army is to get as many people to be parasocially in love with me as possible, so I have a willing army of June Army of people who love me and will fight on my behalf. From there, I think we will go to outer space, and I think we will fight aliens, other aliens, because I'm an alien. If you didn't know that already, I am. And so that's my plan. Once you're all in love with me and willing to do everything I want. Because I'm evil. This guy's my favorite. I really love him. He's really silly looking. If it had to be to anyone, I'm glad it was to you, Gluttony. Gluttony's like a loser ass, and like, no one cares. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you eat a little too much. I don't give one uranium shit about gluttony as a sin. Greed's pretty bad. Pride, we love pride. We love gay pride. What is happening? Is this a glitch or what is going on? Did you guys see that? Was that like part of the game? Tell me in the comments if that was part of the game and that was literally just me being dumb. Very possible. I mean, this is the free version on like goplaygames.games.com.games. So, you know, like it's not maybe not the best. The other day, I was talking to this guy who, like online, who's a big like Napalm Death fan, and he was like, "Do you like any grindcore?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I love grindcore. Grindcore is one of the," and it's true, grindcore is one of the like main genres I'm into. I was like, I've really gotten into mincecore. I really like Haggis, particularly, has a great sound, and he sent me an image of, you guys know mincecore SpongeBob? Go look up. This is homework for you if you don't know what I'm talking about, obviously. Go look up mincecore SpongeBob. It's this picture of SpongeBob with a nose ring, and he's wearing a nose ring, and he has a like Ushanka hat, and he's smiling, and he has the like the alt hat, the alt pants, you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the baggy black pants. And the Ushanka says Dystopia on it, and I was like, whoa man, Dystopia is another band I love. This guy seems really cool. I'd like to hang out with him. And I think the guy was like pissed off that I wasn't angry at him for making that joke at my expense. I just think I'm not really well equipped to be in the punk scenes or in the metal scenes or in the noise scenes or in anything like that. And it's primarily just because I am not that much of a hater, and I think people should just be allowed to kind of like the stuff they like and do the things they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are like really pissy, and I honestly think the reason is just that a lot of these people kind of only listen to one very similar kind of music, which isn't a diss. Genuinely, it's not. Like, I think that's fine. If you know what you really like and that's all you want to listen to, more power to you. But I think because of that, like, limited scope of ideas that they have... Oop, didn't mean to do that. That would have been really useful later. I can't talk. But what was I saying? Oh, yes. I just think that since they only, like, if someone's really into black metal and is really pretty much only into black metal, then they're gonna have very strong opinions about black metal and spend their days arguing with people about that. But in the end, it's like when you see someone who's into death metal slamming someone who's into black metal, slamming someone who's into blackened piss. That's part of the joke I was about to make. Someone who's into like blackened death metal. It's like someone, to the person who doesn't like metal at all, it's like piss versus shit versus piss and shit. They don't care. They don't care that you listen to piss and shit metal. You should be allies. You should be friends. Who cares? You like weird. You like loud stuff. You like weird stuff. Just be nice. Be nice to each other. That's all I need. It's like I'm into. I really like melodic hardcore, and I get some shit about that from people online. It's like, who cares? I think part of why I feel this way, and I think this way about music, is that the main genre that I enjoy is it's called screamo or scrams, depending on who you ask. And that's like my ride or die. That's like my favorite genre of music. And it's just like the scene, the screamo scene is very different than the metal scene, and I think part of that probably has to do with the fact that most screamo bands have the pre-show ritual of like homoerotically shotgunning beer and weed smoke into each other's mouths while French kissing. And then they go on stage and they scream and cross-dress and stuff like that. So it's to be fair, it's like a very different scene than metal, which is kind of a cis guys club. With some notable exceptions that rock. And so people like hating on each other for which brand of cringe music they like really pisses me off. I hate gatekeepers. There's a specific kind of poser I hate too, obviously. But even then I hate them less than I hate gatekeepers. I think gatekeeping is so stupid. I think it's antithetical to the nature of music. Like, trying to think of a good example or a good way to phrase this. Like, if I enjoy something, I want to let other people know about it too. It's like, you look at like, okay, here's a good example. Cemetery is that, he's a horrorcore, like SoundCloud rapper guy, and he likes black metal. He wears like Dark Throne shirts and stuff. And so a lot of his fans are claiming to listen to Dark Throne and be metalheads and love black metal and going to like black metal shows and dancing like they're at a Cemetery concert. And yeah, that is like cringe, to be fair. Like, sure, true, but I don't care. I don't care if they have fun doing that and pretending they like something so they feel like they like something they actually like better. More power to them. Like, who cares? If you spend your time like yelling at 15-year-olds who listen to Cemetery online that they're not true cult. They don't actually love black metal. I think you're maybe the biggest loser on earth. These are my favorites. I like when you have a little guy who follows you. I always do better with them, both because it gives you more shots, and also I think it's fun to have a little friend who goes on adventures with you. So, check that out. Last time I did this video, I had a lengthy section where I sang karaoke and listened to music, but I think I'm going to keep that to a minimum this time, just because if this actually works this time, I really don't want this getting copyright stricken and claimed. I don't monetize my videos, which makes it a bit harder for that to happen, but like, it would just feel like such a waste of time and kind of a slap in the face and all that, and I get pissed. So I think I'll just, I might listen to music at some point, but yeah, that's my plan. You guys like it? Do you love me? Oh, it looks like we've been pretty much everywhere. Let's head to the bus. We have a bomb, which makes this easier. Okay, I've beaten this guy a few times. There's a good chance that this will be alright. Oh, he has higher health than I thought. Oh, baby Harlequin, we're really in it now. I like compromised a lot of health to do that. Still, he's not as hard as like... The easiest ones are definitely the worm and the what is it? The Duke of Flies guy is not a hard boss, really. Until the end, you have to kind of actively start, but until that point, you can just sort of run around and hit him a few times, and it's fine. So, if we get one of those, we'll probably do all right. Oh, we might win this one. I have to keep taking no damage, which is not gonna happen. But other than that, this isn't terrible. We're not doing like really bad. Oh, I did it! I got him! Did you see that? Well, we got him, Harlequin baby. You helped. I love you, Harlequin baby. You're my new best friend. I didn't get that heart. What the hell? Oh, this happened to me in real life. Yeah, I'm trying to force gamer myself. I'm trying to become more like, I'm just trying to become more stereotypically trans femme, because trans femmes who are stereotypical get a lot of hate. I did, when I was in a really shitty relationship. You guys, people who've been following me for a while, home every night, probably remember that arc. This is an unhinged way to talk about yourself in real life, but whatever, not my point. Or what was my actual point? I forget. Oh yeah, I just kind of got shit on for liking hyperpop and thigh highs and skirt go spinny and all that stuff, and I just got shat on all the time from I was in a relationship with two people from one of my boyfriends at that time who told me stuff like, oh, you're just acting your idea of what a woman has to be like. It doesn't have to be like that. And he was trans too, so like that shit sucks. When trans people are transphobic to other trans people, like, the stupidest thing in the world. I'm sure you know I think that because I talk quite a bit about that, but it truly does like really piss me off. Because those are your siblings, those are your allies, those are the people who are put on this earth to care for you and for you to care for them, because no one else is going to. Things are... Oh, I hate these guys. Hold on, let's just lay a whole bunch of bombs. Fuck. Taking them down with me. But yeah, it pisses me off, really. Oh, there was that hole there and it vanished. Damn. Didn't see it in time. Those places usually have really good items in this game. I remember that from back when I was good at it. Oh my god. Genuinely kill yourselves. Not you guys, the spiders. You guys, I love you, and I never say that. I'm sure I have in the past. I kind of have to work to not be a little edgelordy sometimes, which sucks, but it is something I'm working through. My bad. My B. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with being like stereotypically trans femme or whatever. I think that's cool. I'm happy about the stereotypes that Anyway, I'm happy about the stereotypes that I exemplified, the ones that aren't actually harmful to anyone. Like, yeah, there are genres of music I like that are typical for people like me to like. And yeah, the way I present femininity is kind of, submissive and all these things. But that's not because, like, I feel forced to or constrained. Not doing that would be acting because I feel forced or constrained. Like, I genuinely enjoy that. I enjoy presenting myself that way. I enjoy being that way. That's who I am. Anyway, there's that joke about trans women being gamers, and so I'm trying to become a gamer. It was that or programming, and programming is just way too hard. Sorry. I won't do it. Ugh, my camera's kind of lagging. My computer's kind of lagging in general. But it seems like it's doing better now. You guys see it? I never know what it'll be like after I'm done recording. I hope it doesn't, like, clip the audio or make it suck. That would suck if it sucked. You guys see the Epstein files? I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and I just want to give some thoughts on it. Alright? I think people who've turned it into a huge joke suck. They disgust me. I think mockery is a fine tool against the oppressor. Absolutely. I think at some point you guys have stopped treating people like Jeffrey Epstein as the people you're mocking, and you've started treating them as the subject of the jokes, as the punchline. Using them as the joke itself, and I think that's repulsive. I think that's bad. So write that down. Also, I would like to say that all this new like occult leaning stuff, and my friend brought this up. She was saying that like there's a good chance it'll cause even more of a spread in Christian nationalism, due to the fact that it certainly looks like there's a satanic cabal doing things. I just want to say, none of these people are real Satanists. Rich people are fucked in the head, and rich people do fucked up things because they're so separated from the working class and from the average living American that they feel like they can do anything. They feel like characters in a video game or a movie, and they present themselves in ways they think are cool and flashy while they rape children. And that's always been the case. They do that out in the open just as much as they do it in the shadows when they're doing actually illegal things people would get pissed about, and not just the immoral, unethical things that they constantly do to their workers, and they constantly do to everyone around them, and everyone unfortunate enough to have to live around them. And I know many Satanists, both in real life and in an online basis. And I have met online some Satanists who are like dicks. But that says more, I think, about the internet than it says about Satanists. And the Satanists I've met in real life are genuinely some of the like most intelligent, kindest people I've ever met. Some of them are doing it for shock value, but I think people think shock value is a bad thing. After I get killed, I'll talk to you about how shock value isn't like bad at all. Really? If done right. I gotta lock in with this one. God, I hate worms. Not really. I love worms. But when I was a kid, I played this game called I Have No Worms and I Must Worm. I had 5 worms that I kept in a Tupperware container filled with dirt. And I just read I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream because when I was 10? I think this was when I was like 10, 11, 12, in that range. My parents told me, you have a college level reading level. You can read any book in the library. And I just thought that meant I was like allowed to pick up any book in the library. And I read Harlan Ellison's I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream when I was too young to really like grasp the fact that, you know, the things it was talking about. And I just thought, that's really cool. I want to do that. And so I dug up 5 worms and I made them go on adventures. I kept them in the Tupperware container. I tied 2 of them together. One of them escaped at one point, so good on you. I decided that one was Ted, just because that guy needs a break. I made them crawl across hot pavement, and I only put them back in the dirt once they'd crawled across the whole thing. Pretty monstrous things going on. Yeah. There's something I was going to talk about. It'll come back to me. Curse of the Lost. I don't know what any of that means. These guys are my favorite. My June Sona for Binding of Isaac is one of them. A gaper. I think that's what they're called, actually. Kind of gross. It's cool though. Oh hell yeah, we got 10 whole cents. Oh, I remember now. Shock value isn't a bad thing. I think some people say that like shock value shocking things are only bad when it's shock just for the sake of being shocking, but I don't think that's true either. I think people definitely have like really good intentions when they say that, and the thing that they mean, I mostly agree with. Oh, this happened again. But I don't think anyone who says that genuinely means things are bad when they're shocking just to be shocking, because shock is an emotion just like any other, and a skilled artist can do great things with that emotion. My favorite painting is the painting Ivan the Terrible and his son Ivan, and it depicts the Russian Tsar Ivan the Terrible, who has just beaten his son to death, smashed him across the head with a sword in a fit of rage, holding his body tenderly, grabbing onto him and staring with this look of utter desolate horror at the viewer. And that's one that is just meant to shock you. That scene is supposed to be shocking, and the thing it does with that is make you relate to the figure who's just committed this horrible crime. Because I've never beaten my son to death. You probably haven't, viewer, but I think all of us can relate to a moment where we feel like we've lost something because of our own fault, like we've destroyed something, and all we can really do is cling on to that thing in its final moments and just gaze with horror at the future to come. And so you genuinely feel sorry for this guy who's done this terrible thing and did it on purpose, and it was his fault, but it's still, the effect of the painting is still to draw you in and make you feel something about that. And really, that's the only goal of art, I think. That's what art is. It's something that communicates something to you that you wouldn't be able to understand firsthand otherwise, and makes it feel as though you're experiencing it in the same way. I think that's what all art aspires to do, mostly. But shock value can be done badly, obviously. There's a lot of examples of that. Part of it is, I really like grindcore. I listen to a lot of grindcore stuff. Recently, I tried listening to some porno grind. Porno grind is not great. It's like violently, brutally misogynistic and all of that. And I'm not offended by it. Side note, fascists will use offense to seem like it's like a personal failing if you're offended by something. It's not at all. Being offended by something has no moral. There's no moral problem with being offended by something. If you're offended by something, that's fine. It just means that something offended you. It's a reaction to something. But porno grind doesn't offend me for the same reason, like really misogynistic, horrorcore, all that kind of stuff doesn't offend me. Just because it's so ridiculous that it's pretty much impossible to take seriously in any way. Still, I don't love porno grind. I don't think it sounds great usually. Torso Fuck is pretty good. That's a band in the genre. Damn, I died and I had 23 coins. At least Guppy gets all that, I guess. Isn't Guppy dead? I haven't played this game fully through, but I have seen full playthroughs of it. Maybe someday I'll post a video of me beating this game. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? This free version, that might be a demo. That might not even go that far, actually. But I might at least beat the demo. But I still think that the best thing Porno Grind ever did was have people get pissed off about it, do the opposite thing, and start making mid-score. Like, I don't love Porno Grind. The sound is not great. Give me some gore noise any day over this. Give me, like, Black Putrefaction. Black Putrefaction is really good. Anal Birth has some good stuff. The noise is very... I gave it a... If you follow my RYM, which you should, go follow my Rate Your Music account. I'll link it down below. I review albums and stuff. But I gave it like a 3.5. But you have to understand that that is like a good rating for me. Like, I meant that with love. genuinely. It's just a very simplistic, repetitive sound, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what they were going for. Nothing bad about that. It's not a criticism to not give it like 5 stars. It just means that it's not fully, like, I don't think it's the greatest thing ever made. And I don't think anything in that genre gets 5 stars, but I still love it. It's 5 stars to me. It's just not 5 stars from a rating perspective. Bad news, guys. So if you've been following me on Tumblr, you know I have this like horrific crush on this guy in my communications class, which isn't my fault. He's a trans man with a shaved head and a nose ring. Like, I don't make the rules. It's just like the coolest kind of person in the world. And he's gay. He's a homosexual, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, not unfortunately for him. I hope he has like a super cool boyfriend or like 5. That's really cool. That makes me sound like an incel, unfortunately. It's not unfortunate. It makes me sad, but it's not unfortunate. But it's okay, guys, because I have many redeeming qualities. And the stuff it's redeeming for isn't that bad. I think I'm pretty cool most of the time. I'm having like a major upswing recently. Not in like a manic way, which is good because I've been manic before. I know what that feels like, and this isn't what that feels like. And you kind of know when you're manic, or not everyone does, I'm sure, but I do usually. I'm just feeling good. I've made a bunch of new friends. I've gotten closer to some friends. Last bit's kind of private even for me, so I'm not gonna talk about it here. It's been a good few days. I was stuck in that snowstorm. I wasn't like stuck out in it, but it meant that I didn't have school for a long time. I was going kind of crazy, and going back to classes has been good. Just seeing people, getting out there, you know. And I've been waiting for some time to myself. Next week, I should be able to finish that compilation that I'm putting out with a few other, mostly online artists. It's called Nihilism Rocks. Yeah, it should be out next week. I just had to record vocals, and it's been difficult recording vocals that aren't like just doing quiet like pig squeals and gargling and then turning up the gain and distortion and all that to make grindcore vocals. Just because I haven't been home alone. I was home alone Thursday or Friday of last week when I tried to make this video the first time, and I'm home alone now, and between that it was like it's just been hard to do stuff, and I've been in a really shitty slump where it's been hard for me to make anything, which is over now. It seems to be over for the time being, which is good. I've been I want to recommend something to you guys. If you're into scrams, if you're into screamo, I prefer the term scrams because it's sillier. Those two things either mean the exact same thing, depending on who you ask, or they mean two absurdly similar things that aren't exactly the same but are basically the same. There's a compilation, a 3-hour-long compilation on Bandcamp called Scrams Unplugged. That's all acoustic, screamo, scrams, Midwest emo adjacent projects. It's from the label that Versus Self. I don't know if Versus Self is still on the label or if they were at some point, but at some point Versus Self is on the label. Bunch of artists. It's 3 hours long. It only costs $2 to download for like 3 hours of music. You can donate more if you like. All the profits are going to animal conservation efforts, which is pretty badass. I had my hot chalky today from a ceramic mug, and I made a hamburger. I made my June sauce. Every time I talk about my June sauce, people ask me, what's in your June sauce? And I'm always happy to tell you. But I've told you many times before. June sauce, just so everyone knows, is not my semen. It is mayo mixed with about an even amount of, depending on what's in the fridge, it's usually either like sriracha sauce or ghost pepper hot sauce. My favorite is the ghost pepper hot sauce. It's way spicier. It's way better. And then you add just like a pinch of garlic to it. You can add salt, or just garlic salt works if you're in a pinch. But yeah, it's really good. I put it on like everything. I put it on hamburgers. I put it on. It's the best on hot dogs of anything I've ever put it on. It's the best on hot dogs. It really fits. It really fits the taste and the texture and all that. And I like to make Coney Island hot dogs. They're those tall ones. They're like bent over and have hard skin and are delectable. Okay, this lag is pissing me off. I don't know if you guys can see this. It is lagging on my end. If you can't see this, I envy you. I wish we had the same life, you and me. This video might be shorter. I'm thinking of doing one next week too. I'm probably gonna stop soon, to be honest. We have a new puppy. Okay, hold on. Before I stop, do y'all mind if Southern Girl speaks a little Midwestern? Because, let's just say, there are some things that were said, but were never meant. Not to be overly dramatic. I just think it's best. This is never gonna fucking load. Come on. Come on. I believe in you. It does take a while for me to load because I'm bad to the bone. No. I use uBlock Origin. I recommend uBlock Origin. After I tried pirating some movies, I started getting these malicious pop-up ads claiming that I had viruses when I didn't. And if you try to get the help for the viruses, those are the actual viruses. And so I got uBlock, and it does work on YouTube, but it means I have to wait for videos sometimes. And I'm willing to. I'm willing to do that. I think ads are the devil. That's why all my videos are completely demonetized. I don't want to make money off of them. God, I love this song. American football's on tour this year. I'm gonna try to go if they come locally. Which, you know, they might not. Let's just forget everything said. Everything we did. Best friends, better half. I was saying before about how music and art are able to communicate to you something and make you understand something that otherwise you wouldn't be able to understand? Well, this song is a great depiction of that. I can't think of another song that's more fitting for that time when your fundamentalist mom threatens to kill you because God told her to, and you hide from her in the basement, and the basement is full of demons and spiders and demon babies and zombies and giant bugs, and then your mom, but bigger, and you, and a little blue you, and the devil, and God. Not to be. But yeah, this song is all about that. That's my interpretation anyway. Comment your favorite interpretation of the video down below. And while you're at it, like and subscribe. It's the only way to make sure that you see the next video that I make. For a while I was thinking about a YouTube essay about wool cows, and about how the internet manipulates already vulnerable people into becoming laughing stocks and then acts like they deserve the mockery they cause due to the crimes they commit that they might not have committed if not for the fact that they had this rabid fan base of people who don't care about their well-being and want to hurt them and want to ruin their lives coming after them and encouraging their worst behaviors and making them worse for more content. It's the ultimate, I think, dystopia of the modern age. But I couldn't go through with the video. It just made me too sad, doing all the work for it and all that. And feeling like, it doesn't matter. Shit, man. It doesn't matter. I can't get the key. Damn. Maybe I'll get one if I beat this guy. Do you guys know the song Max by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs? It got really popular recently on TikTok within the last year. It has that bit that goes, wait, they don't love you like I love you, wait. That one, that song. June voice reveal. What the fuck? I've been talking the whole time. What is my problem? Anyway, I really like that song. Because I relate to it as someone who struggles with feeling like they're being abandoned, and as someone who I think I oftentimes care for individuals more than they care for me, more than they really care for me, which sucks, but it's cool. I've kind of gotten used to it, and to managing my expectations about people, because it's not just that. It's not like a woe is me, everyone's so mean to me. It's like I genuinely do expect more from people than you should expect from people. I just assume I'm closer to people than I am, kind of naturally, because I think it's a mix-up because of the tism, but because before there was a period where I thought I had like 0 friends, just because I didn't assume people were friends, and then my dad sat me down and talked to me when I was very young and was like, if people are spending time to you and are taking the time to talk to you, it means that they're friends. People don't always say that they're your friend. That's not the only way for someone to be your friend. And then I just started assuming like anyone who talks to me is my friend, and I kind of internalized that over my initial response to it, and I went even further, and I started thinking I was much closer to people who were my friends than the way they felt toward me. And the song perfectly encapsulates that. Like, it makes me cry like a baby. Like, I mean, cry like a baby. That song makes me weep. That song makes me cry, man. It's a really good song, and I hate Redditors. I looked it up, and one of the top things about it on Reddit was someone saying, TikTok ruined this! I hate gatekeepers. I really hate gatekeepers. I hate people who are like, this is one of my favorite songs, and now teenagers like it? I guess they ruined it. Like, what a bizarre way to view the world, you know? Like, if you love something, I guess maybe this is like the polyamory in me speaking. If you love something, I don't get loving something and not wanting other people to understand why you love it and love it as well, and why you don't want a community of people who love the same thing as you. I just don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that response. I kind of do, like, just from the sense of like, I understand why. I still think you're stupid for believing that way and feeling that way. You know? I still think you're dumb. I just think that's an absurd way to view the world and treat people around you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too woke. Too woke is a bizarre way to say, you know, like basic human decency. I don't know why people are, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. It's cool. Just do your best. It's my final message for you. Because after I die this time, I think I'm probably gonna end this video. So, do your best. Love other people. It's February, for Christ's sake. It's Valentine's Day. If you're single this Valentine's Day, love can be many things. There are aromantic people. Those people aren't. Those people aren't incapable of love, or whatever. Love is a lot more complicated than you're willing to give it credit for. Everything's a lot more complicated than you're willing to give it credit for. That's my main position. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know. Give me feedback down below. I'm kind of getting used to the whole YouTube thing. Just have a wonderful day or night wherever you are when you're watching this. I love you. Thanks for being the coolest Juners in the world. Peace out. Have a great day.